What up, peeps? Haven't been able to make videos of late, but I'm gonna try to. I keep saying that I'm gonna do them. It's not like, you know, fucking patiently waiting. Like I got some hot shit on the fucking pipe. Let me over here fucking recording with the radio on. But I'd like to thank you for stepping into the foul play land. As always, I'm your foul player. Fucking I wanted to talk about the impending decision of Deontay Wilder making his decision as to what network he's gonna be fighting on next. I'm pretty sure that most people know that he's not gonna be fighting on the Zone, as has been rumored for the last like week or two, I believe. Let me take my fucking seatbelt off. That shit is whack. But and that deal was reportedly for $100 million bucks. We all know he rejected that, or he more likely than not rejected it, which I'm happy that he did. There's also the other option of returning to Showtime, which I think a lot of people are opposed to. Fucking especially if it's on pay-per-view when he has this next fight with Brazil. I mean, I'm opposed to that. I think most people are opposed to it. I think more so with the fact that it's on pay-per-view, because less people are gonna be able to see it. Fucking which that sucks. And also because a lot of these fucking hoes always compare like these monetary numbers as far as like pay-per-view buys and what somebody makes. Not that I give a shit or I'm fucking worried about like that. I mean, yeah, I want to see Deontay Wilder get paid, especially, you know, just to shut a large part of that contingent up. But at the end of the day, I mean, like, it doesn't really affect me. What does affect me is having to pay for that fight against Brazil, because Brazil is a fucking, he sucks, man. Like, you know, he has no sellable part to himself. Like, his fighting style sucks. Already seen him get beat. He talks like a fucking Navajo. Like, it's corny. I don't like Brazil. And on top of that too, he supposedly got knocked out by Deontay's younger brother. Fucking, who's not even like a big cat like that. And fucking he was trying to make a court case against Deontay Wilder, fucking snitching his ass off. Nothing cool about Brazil. In addition to that too, man, like fucking you know, you get into some beef. Like, I mean, supposedly like they were riffing at each other while Brazil was with his wife, and he ended up getting knocked out, man. That's some corny ass shit to be beefing like with when you're in the presence of, you know, your lady, especially with a group of dudes. Unless your like lady was the one that fucking popped off, which also could be the case. But you know, definitely get a little shaken down. Like, do that shit while you're with me. Y'all had to pardon me too, man. I'm in my old hood. I'm like actually looking for my brother. Fucking as I'm recording this video. I don't know how, like, yeah, I'm only 3 minutes in. Yeah, I'm actually looking for my brother, man. I every time I come back to Sunset, which is my old neighborhood, fucking I try to look for my brother too. My brother has a little bit of a addiction problem, so I try to check in on him as much as I could. It's the brother I love the most. I mean, I don't want to pick favorites, but you know, I sympathize with him, if I'm saying that correctly. Yeah, so pardon self if I'm going off on like as I'm recording. Yeah, but you know, I think for the consumer in me, like, you know, of course I don't want to pay, and very, very likely I'm not gonna pay, even though I talk a lot of shit sometimes, and like sometimes I'll cave in, like ordering fights that I don't want to pay for. Like, but lately I've been really good with doing that, because like for like a year almost, I didn't order a fight until Deontay Wilder fought Fury, and that was like a definite, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna buy it for sure. But then like Errol Spence versus Garcia happened, and I was like, yeah, I'm definitely not buying that shit. And then I had the day off, and damn, and I was this close to buying it, and I didn't. Mind you, I was talking shit about that fight. So fucking you know, that just shows you how much of a fucking John I am. Like, you know, when it comes to these fights, that I'll even cave in on something that, you know, I don't want to, you know, buy, that I'm, you know, right at the precipice of paying for it. So you know, the consumer in me doesn't want that fight to happen on Showtime pay-per-view. I mean, I think the best option, if he did return to show, like the best option of all of them would be him to go to Fox and fight on regular TV. That'd be option number one for me and like for everybody involved. I'm hearing murmurings that he's gonna return to Showtime, and I think the second best option of those would be for him to return to regular fucking Showtime. You know, it sucks in general that he's gonna go to Showtime because you know how shittily like they've treated him, like how Steven Espinoza was willing to break bread or break the bank when it came to Joshua, but he's kind of like been a little bit tight with that purse when it relates to Wilder historically. How the broadcast team was treating him, like when he fought Fury, you know, all those things. Like, I mean, like Showtime doesn't have a lot of you know, a lot of currency with me, or lost a lot of currency with me of late. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you know, so hopefully he is returning to Showtime and it's not on pay-per-view. I mean, that would be the ideal solution. But the main point that I want to make in this video is the fact that which I hope is what's gonna happen, like as far as like this being like a one fight deal. I mean, like if it's a one fight deal, I think that would be fantastic. I mean, and almost like regardless of what he's getting paid like this time around, because he's betting on himself, like for an eventual pay-per-view fight against Anthony Joshua. And listen, I don't think fucking Anthony Joshua and Wilder at the end of the day is gonna happen on fucking DAZN, bro. And I'm not saying that like I'm saying that in the sense that they, like, Joshua and Wilder can make more money fighting pay-per-view elsewhere. So why cap yourself like fighting for DAZN, like, you know, signing with a contract that might have some funkiness to it. Like, already it was rumored that the contract that they offered Deontay Wilder for the $100 million for 3 fights didn't include Anthony Joshua as a guarantee in it. And they also stated that if he could fight 3 times on DAZN for $100 million and fight whoever, but that if he eventually did fight Anthony Joshua, and if Wilder at that point was with another network, that he would still have to have the Anthony Joshua fight on DAZN. That's a whack ass deal. Cause I mean, like, you know, then Anthony Joshua, if he doesn't have a similar deal with DAZN, he could just use that as an excuse not to, you know, like, you know, or just basically say, hey, I don't have a deal like of that ilk, and you know, I can't fight on DAZN, so basically I can't fight Deontay Wilder at the end of the day. Like, you know, and people, you know, a lot of these AJ Dick riders or like the couple thousand cats that have like fucking 60 accounts apiece, fucking and the people that watch boxing starting in 2015, you know, they're gonna make excuses for it, like, oh, you know, that's just the business, like, you know, like you know, change the narrative, like as it befits Anthony Joshua and something that they're writing for, which is usually Anthony Joshua. It's never They're never riding on the cause of like trying to make these fights go down and whatnot. So I think Wilder, and I hope that he's and I think that's what's gonna happen. Like if he does sign with Showtime, is that he goes with them on a fight by fight basis. I'm not sure as to why he would be obligated to fight on Showtime. Like I mean, like because like somebody mentioned the whole loyalty thing. If he were to fight on free TV on Showtime, like you know, it would probably behoove him to like go say fuck Showtime and just go to Fox and fight free on Fox instead. Even if it's for a little bit less money, like I mean, which I kind of doubt. Like it's kind of like confusing to me as to why he would return to Showtime. But that's fucking his decision, man. Like you know, more importantly, like you know, I mean, like his name's still gonna pop. His name's still blowing up. Anthony Joshua is a diminishing name that can't be you know, that can't be debated. You know, he's getting he like his numbers have gone down as far as his views go. His next fight is his numbers are going to go down even more. You're going to have the bulk of his market that watches him in the UK are not going to stay awake till 4 in the morning to watch him fight a bum like Big Baby Miller. So that's just and on top of that too, that's not going to pop in the US like that. Thus far, they've offered his fights for free in the US when he fought Povetkin, and that cracked 16,000. Is that motherfucker getting ahead now? That sold 16,000. It wasn't somebody getting heavy. It was just positioned funny. And there's a lot of prostitutes in this little area right here. It's like an entry to the Bell Parkway here. It's like the beginning of the Bell Parkway in Brooklyn. But his last fight against Povetkin did 16,000 subscribers in for the Zone, and that was for free. Now they don't have that free 1 month subscription on the Zone when like now you actually got to pay the $10 to get to watch that fight. So I mean, like, you know, I think it'll do better than the 16,000, but that's only because they're fighting on Eastern time and not like UK time. But it's not gonna be. I mean, if it does 60,000, that's like really, really like. I think I'm being awfully generous with saying that that's gonna attract 60,000 subscribers, because that's not a pay-per-view worthy fight, or that's barely scratching a headliner fight. I mean, no, I'm not gonna front. That would be a headliner fight here in the US, only on the basis of like Anthony Joshua being a champion, but also too that Big Baby Miller, he still has his O. So you know, that's definitely would be a headliner fight here in the US. But it's not like, you know, something that you'd have to see, like, you know, like business stops in the US because those two assholes are gonna fight. Nah. But hopefully, like, you know, what the news that comes out today is just that, man. Like, you know, we'll go fight by fight. Like, you know, Wilder's not losing shit. Like, fucking in the long, if he's betting on himself, like, I mean, and he doesn't get paid like this time around, that means nothing to me, man. Like, you know, I'm not the motherfucker's wife. Like, fucking we're not gonna split the bread. Like, you know. And nor is Anthony Joshua going to split the bread with these bitch-ass channels that have a lot of shit to say, like, disparagingly regarding Wilder, like Rect by fucking McGregor's bitch-ass, who doesn't even have enough money to have his own phone, recording shit from his grandmother's phone. And my man Michael Johnson put it out there, like, video proof or audio proof of his stream being interrupted by his grandmother, saying she needs her phone back. Like, fucking motherfucker cut shit real short. And also too by channels like fucking Qoonterpunch, fucking or as he's called by Blood Boxing, OJ Simpson, another bitch ass dude with a fucking filthy house. And I swear, like I only know about this herb ass dude because I was driving to DC one time, and I was listening to LDBC content, and then for some reason his shit snuck in there. Maybe because he had the shit tagged like LDBC, and he had a bunch of whole ass shit to say about Wilder. But his videos were always shot like within the confines of his crusty ass fucking kitchen. Disgusting fucking popcorn fucking ceiling and popcorn wall kitchen with fucking embedded with years of grease, probably from the previous tenants. And recently his fucking his ceilings, his walls, his whole house, his face too, it's like greasier and greasier. And I'm not being like funny, man, like, you know, I'm not like, you know, trying to play dozens or like crack on this fucking herb ass dude Qoonterpunch. But I mean, like, you look at, I mean, you don't even have to, like, if you don't even know who he is, you look it up, and then you look at this dude's house, and like, you know, you see if I'm bullshitting. His shit looks like shelter status. You like not even, bro, because I grew up Section 8, man. My shit was fucking polished. My shit wasn't looking like a fucking dirty ass fucking Qoonterpunch. Like, his shit is like dirt, bro. Like and on top of that too, that's your best. You know, usually in your house you front and like fucking put the coolest shit in the background, like, or at least the cleanest shit. Your house could be looking a mess, and like, you know, you go to like your wall, like one little like wall that's clean and shit, like just to front, man. He don't even got like that wall. My man got like the fucking prefab, like fucking came with the apartment 1960s kitchen cabinetry. Fucking when they first started making like that compressed fucking fiberglass wood mix kitchen with the fucking nasty ass disgusting walls, fucking buster. And he like last time, and he also recorded one time in a fucking Metro PCS hat, like fucking fronting like they're giving him some sort of sponsorship, man. Like, he just didn't want to show his fucking fucked up hairline that he probably cut on his own, or had his baby mom's who's probably a fat bitch, fucking cut his hair and fucked this shit up. Had to cover it with the only hat that he could find in the house, like the free shit that he got from Metro PCS. And it's funny too, cause like, you know, that guy Rect by McGregor can't afford his own phone. He had to use his grandma's shit. Qoonterpunch, fucking he has like the pay-as-you-go Metro PCS joint. Like, what's up with these dudes that talk about fucking another box's pockets, or talk about Wilder's pockets more often than not, and you can't even afford like regular service, man. You got 2G shit. Fucking the 2G service, like fucking 3K of internet. I don't even know how they fucking compute internet, or how they used to compute internet. Like fucking non-limited shit, bro. Fucking probably can't call after 7 p.m. This dude's operating on minutes. Yeah, but regardless of and going back to like what I was talking about, fuck those dudes. But actually not. I'm not gonna say like fuck those dudes. Like I am above them, but you know, I'm gonna continue to batter them like how MJ and Lowe's Dawkins, like how, you know, like how making a point of battering these herb ass channels, Sporting Icons, another one, another bad channel. You know, like, I'm not above doing that, but I'm petty. I could be petty in that fashion. You know what I'm saying? But well, back to the point I was making though, in relation to Wilder and his decision. No matter what, these whole ass dudes are gonna say some shit, fucking in some sort of negative connotation, like as if they know like the business of boxing, or they seen like tons of people take flat fees. Like, what motherfucker in boxing have you seen like take a flat fee where that shit was just like a dope ass deal? I mean, the only dude who's taking a flat fee, like I mean, and that was more of a contract where it was just like, you know, that's like an on point deal, like, you know, shit's, you know, you can't turn it down, was Canelo. I mean, that doesn't apply to Wilder. And I mean, like, you know, who knows if Wilder ends up fighting Tyson Fury 3 times, he could probably make what fucking Canelo made, like, in that whole deal. I mean, so, like, you know, that's a motherfucker that has confidence and bets on himself and wants to you know, I guess invest in himself, like, for a bigger pay long term. Well, we'll see what happens, man, because hopefully you don't take no fucking shit ass like 3-fight deal from Showtime, like, fucking make me look like an idiot. But I don't give a fuck. I'll show my dick if I have to, like, fucking and I'll be wrong. But I'm praying for the best, like, not praying for the best, but I have a good feeling, or I could a good guesstimation that the deal that he will take from Showtime is probably gonna be a one fighter. And if I'm wrong, I ain't gonna be on no fucking whole shit. Like, this video is gonna stay right where it is. I don't really shit. Like, life goes on for me. Like, fucking and life will go on for Wilder. Like, fucking matters to me not, bro. Like, I just want to see the best fights made. I don't want to see, like, some dude who you think is taking it all in, get even more, like, fucking. I mean, I when it comes to Wilder and me wanting to see him get paid, it's not like me wanting to see Mayweather get paid and shit. Like, you know, like the dude's caking it and he's just gonna cake it more. Like, nah. You know, I think Wilder, and when I want to see him get paid, has a lot to do with, like, the fact that, you know, so many people talk shit about him, and a lot of times it has to do with the bread, you know, or, like, what he's getting paid. And, you know, the motherfucker's living right, man. Like, he lives in a mansion, like, living a lot better than you and I and probably, like, 30 other people, like, as far as what he makes, man. Like, so we'll see, man. I'm anticipating what happens next. I also have a video regarding what I talked about earlier that I'm gonna try to do later on today. I'm fucking beat though, man. Like so I'm gonna try to do it regarding the Errol Spence and what he does, like, for the future, and my not like what like, I'm not gonna go too deep into detail, like, regarding the Mikey Garcia fight, because I couldn't care less, man. And I didn't even watch the whole fight until the following day on YouTube for free. I was listening to Trey X call that fight, and I mean, I really didn't give a shit, and I was tired. And I think by, like, round 6, fucking I fell asleep, man. And that's not because, and I'd rather listen to Trey X call a fight than fucking watch a fight nowadays, man. Trey X could do a call for a fucking kid's communion, and shut the fuck up, for a kid's communion, and that shit'll be riveting to me. It's fucking lame, bro. Oh, let me see. Trey X could call, like, could do a baptism for a baby, and I'll find that shit riveting, man. Because Trey X is a fucking talent, bro. Trey X is a god when it comes to calling fights, bro. And, like, my man has so much skill, it's not even funny, man. Like, somebody should be making videos of Trey X calling fights. Not just him calling fights, but follow Trey X around, like, fucking see what this motherfucker does throughout the day type shit. Like, yo, like, you know, documentary style, because Trey X is the fucking truth, bro. Dead ass, man. Like, you know, I like to give my brothers credit where it's due, you know what I'm saying? Like, and Trey X is a fucking talent, bro. That I don't know if he studies other motherfuckers calling fights, because he don't sound like nobody, and this shit be sounding fucking righteous, bro. And this is speaking from somebody who's on the radio, man. Like, I appreciate I mean, I appreciate a lot of things that you may not, like, that you may not comprehend, but that you'd be surprised that I appreciate. Like, but journalism, or fine journalism, it's one of the things that I appreciate a lot, and I appreciate somebody's delivery on the radio. And Trey X has some of the best delivery I've ever heard, and I'm pretty sure he's done that shit with, like, zero training. Like, my man got skills that I never even heard, like somebody calling fights. Like I mean, like, and he possesses them shits. Like the shit he be coming up with. Like and I'll give an example. In the fight, and this is before I knocked out, man. So sorry on this one, but I guess in the 4th round, Errol Spence was walking down Mikey, and Trey, like, and this is not no shit that he rehearsed, like, too, man, like, cause he be popping shit out like that all the time. But he fucking said, my man, like, it's like a rapper, bro, like coming with the ill bars. But my man said, Errol's pursuing Mikey like a woman in a Lifetime movie. Like, yo, who fucking says shit like that, bro? Like that the dude's the truth, bro. And if you don't, like, if you haven't heard him, man, like, I know, like, then you're slipping, bro. Like, cause I like, sometimes I be watching his shit on YouTube, like when he's calling fights and there's like 100 people. I'm like, yo, like, how the fuck, bro? Like, this dude, like, even if you like, you don't like fuck with the LDBC, like, this dude is like levels beyond, bro. Like, and it's crazy, bro. I mean, I don't want to like be on the dick hop shit too much, man, but I mean, it's deserving, like, fucking when it comes to him, man. And there's not no shit. I never know. I mean, I have Trey X on my Facebook. Hold on, I gotta get my little pass to go into school. I have Trey X on my Facebook, but have I ever had a conversation with him or anything like that? Nah. Like, you know, I'm not one of them kind of dudes like that tries to fucking sell you on some shit just because I'm cool with somebody. You know, I mean, I'm not saying I've never done that with certain shit, but you know, I'm not doing it in this instance. Like, so I mean, if you could, man, it'll behoove you to fucking check out Trey X and those boys at Marlo's Corner, like, doing the fight calls, El Fenici and fucking and Rough House, like, fucking I mean, they do fine work, man. Very, very fine work. Like, particularly Trey, man. Like, I'm you know, I don't want to pit nobody against nobody else, man, but fucking this is more to do with the fight calls by fucking Trey, man. Like, the dude's the truth. But anyway, man, like, so actually I'm gonna fucking message Trey and tell him that I had a little fucking fanboy session when it comes to him. But that'll be all, man. Wait for my Errol Spence video. Actually, I don't wait for shit, bro, because I might front and not do shit, bro. But yeah, peace to the entire LDBC. Peace to the true boxing community, man. Like, fucking the long-suffering boxing community. I hope that you know, there's good fights ahead for us. But, and peace to my man Trey X too, man. Like, and also subscribe to my brothers Michael Johnson, Kinsey Thomas, Lowe's D, Lowe's Dawkins Punch Out, and every other fine channel on the LDVC. I only mention those because, I mean, they're part of the little triumvirate that I'm down with, that I do videos with the most. Like, but you know, we got you covered on the LDVC on all fronts, man. Subscribe to everybody. But peace, man. I hope y'all have a good day. I'm about to go to school. Fucking I'll check. Keep checking for your boy. Peace.